Hi everyone, it's Fallon at mysecretcup.com, and today I want to talk about tampons versus menstrual cups. And I have my menstrual cups back here, and here's a regular size tampon. So this is a Playtex Pearl or something, I think. I don't know, I've had them for forever and I don't use them, so they're just sitting in there. Anyways, this is how big it is, and this is a Lunette Model 2. So you can see the size that they are. This is not, the menstrual cup is about the size of the tampon applicator thing, and then this is a tampon here, actually out of the box. So, and then it's going to expand inside you like that. So really, a menstrual cup seems like it might be so big and uncomfortable, but it's really not. This is a regular size tampon. I don't know how often you guys have to change them, but when I would use tampons, I probably had to do it at least every 4 hours, even if I was using a super duper big tampon. And it was really annoying, especially if it accidentally plugged a toilet or something crazy like that. A menstrual cup, you're just gonna fill it up with the blood, pour it out, put it back in. And the awesome, amazing thing about them is that on the majority of your days you have your period, you're not going to have to empty it at all during the day. You just put it in the morning and dump it out at night. Put it back in. Do the same thing. And using menstrual cups will make your period a lot shorter because you're getting rid of all the chemicals, the dioxin, and all this rayon fleece and nasty fibers in these things. They're just so disgusting. I can't see them. Plus you have a little string hanging out of you. A menstrual cup, this is not gonna be hanging out of you. At least it doesn't for me. And I'm only 5'2". I'm pretty short inside of there too. So that's not gonna be hanging out of you. So no one's gonna even know you're on your period at all. You don't have to worry about the little stringy thing. And this is definitely easy to take out. And once you learn how to insert it properly and take it out, you're not going to get any blood on your fingers or anything. You're just going to pull it out, dump the blood in the toilet, and put it back in. You might get a little blood on you when you're putting it back in, depending on how bad your cycle is. But anyways, the average woman bleeds 2 to 4 ounces when she's on her period. So I filled this one up. It has 3 ounces of water in it. So we'll see how much blood a menstrual cup would hold. We'll use the Diva cup, which is a little bit bigger than a Lunette cup. And we'll see how much blood it can hold. How much water. Yep, that's exactly an ounce right there. So, an ounce for that. And then, at the Lunette Model 2 here. And that's an ounce for that as well. They all hold pretty much the same amount. It's so close. It's ridiculous. But there we go. Okay, yes. The Diva cup and the Lunette cup do hold about the same amount. The Moon cup holds a bit less by a half an ounce. This only holds a half an ounce, maybe 3/4. About a half an ounce for the Moon cup. We'll say 3/4 of an ounce for the Moon cup, which would also apply to the Keeper cup. And this is the Model 2 for after you've had children. So the Model 1 for the Lunette cup, that holds a half an ounce too. So that holds about as much as the Moon cup, Model A. So the Model B of the Moon cup, which is before you've had children, is probably going to hold the least amount of blood. So unless you bleed a very, very small amount, I wouldn't recommend that cup probably. Here we have the Diva cup. This is the one before children. That holds a little bit more than the Lunette cup, Model 1. This holds about definitely 3/4 of an ounce. So this holds 3/4 of an ounce, and this Model 1 Lunette holds a half an ounce. So you can definitely tell it's a bit longer here. So, okay. So we have our 3 ounces of water in here, and we have our regular size tampon. And we're gonna stick it in there. And see how much a regular size tampon holds. How much blood. That holds 3/4 of an ounce in a regular size tampon. So, if a woman bleeds, wow, that's a full ounce right there. I'll let it stop dripping and see how much. If a woman bleeds 2 to 4 ounces of blood for each period, and a menstrual cup holds 1 ounce, that means you would fill this probably on average, we'll say 3 times, 3 ounces. Think of how often you have to change your regular size tampon. If that was true, that when you're using a tampon you only bleed 2 to 4 ounces, and we'll go with the average of 3, that would be 3 ounces of blood. So technically you should only have to change one of these 3 times for your whole entire period, right? Wrong. Because tampons have all these chemicals in them which make you bleed more, so you need to use more pads, more tampons. So you're gonna bleed for 8 days instead of 4 days using a menstrual cup, which is how it was for me, and my bleeding was really bad. So I would probably go through at least 5 of these a day. I don't know, but they definitely make you bleed a lot more, and for sure for more days. When I first started using a menstrual cup, I would bleed for 8 days. The next period was 7 days, and then it went down to 6 days. Literally, each month I knocked off a day, and then 5, and then 4. And then it'd fluctuate between 5 and 4, and now I'm right at 4 days of bleeding. The first day is when it's the worst, and after that, it's just barely even there. You don't even notice it at all. So, I highly, highly, highly recommend using a menstrual cup. It's so much better for you. Tampons, they're going to absorb all the moisture out of your vagina as well. It's just going to keep absorbing and absorbing all the natural lubrication and moisture that's in there. And a menstrual cup is just going to collect the blood. The cervix is going to drip the blood down into the cup. That's it. It's just going to drip it there. So it's not messing up the pH of your vagina, which if your pH is off, it can cause cervical cancer. And that's on the rise. A lot of women are getting that. The dioxin is one of the most toxic chemicals known to man, and that's what makes these tampons so pretty and white. They bleach the cotton with dioxin, and that can give you endometriosis. It can cause infertility. It can cause a whole host of problems that you really don't want to deal with. So I recommend everyone switch to a menstrual cup, and my personal favorite is the Lunette cup. They're actually really very comfortable, and you can check out some of my other videos that I'm doing on inserting it properly and troubleshooting and stuff like that. So check us out at www.mysecretcup.com, and thanks for watching.